And welcome to Facebook Live. We're going to give you an update on not only the weekend weather, but the chance of snow that we have in the forecast for you.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this forecast, and of course the big thing we're going to talk about is the potential for a decent snowfall happening on Sunday. But before we get to Sunday, some snow showers today, and also a blast of really, really cold air heading our way.
Yeah, scattered snow showers. I know we've seen them all day, just a few flurries flying. Some of us haven't seen much of anything, but we'll continue to see that slide.
Yeah, but we're watching right now, as you can see on Truvia radar behind us here, up towards Chicago and Kankakee, there's a band of snow, and that is the leading edge of some very, very cold air that is going to be making its way in throughout the afternoon. And as this band of snow comes through, we are expecting some snow showers here that could be fairly vigorous as we go towards the afternoon and evening hours.
Yeah, right after 4 p.m. it looks like those intense bands of snow will slide through, those snow squalls as we call them. Limited visibility at times, but overall not a major issue. We're only expecting about 2/10 to a half an inch of snow throughout the area. I see some questions coming in. Let's talk while I try to read some of those.
Yeah, and so as some of these snow showers come through, they'll reduce visibility a little bit on the roadways, and of course you can get a quick coating, as Ashley mentioned. But what's really going to happen this afternoon, I know it's Valentine's Day weekend, people may have plans tonight, may have plans Saturday or Sunday on Valentine's Day itself. If you're heading out this evening, temperatures are going to start to cool off and drop very, very quickly.
Yeah, I saw a question about how much snow. If you're talking about today, the snowfall only less than a half an inch. If you're talking about Sunday, that's a different story. We are expecting accumulating snow for you on Sunday. I'm going to try to read more of your questions here as I lean in.
Yep, so if you have plans this weekend, we'll kind of lay it out for you. And of course, send these questions in. We'll answer as many as we can. If we can't get to them, just know we'll try to do our best, but they go through pretty fast. I'll step out of the way here. Saturday, 15 degrees for the high temperature, frigid. Morning low of 6 degrees. And then as we get into Sunday, 23 degrees will be the high temperature. But Sunday, Ashley, as we've been talking about, it is going to be all about the snow.
Yeah, and Julie, I saw you said you heard 3 to 6 inches. Well, I think that's a little overestimated, but that's definitely possible. There's enough moisture in the atmosphere. How much snow are we talking is basically the questions that we're seeing. I see all your questions. How much, how much, how much? Let's answer that question.
And Keith's going, bread and milk, question mark. Yeah. Probably not a bread and milk storm for us.
Yeah, most of us won't even need the shovel here. So if you're just joining us in on Facebook Live, we're talking about the possibility of the potential of accumulating snow on Sunday. It looks like we could see a couple inches from this system.
Yeah. And you know, it's going to kind of be an all-day event on Sunday. I don't think we'll ever really get into real heavy snow at any point throughout the day, but it's going to be a fairly long duration. As you see on TrueCast behind us, it kind of comes in during the morning hours, and then it's going to continue to last off and on really throughout much of the day.
Yeah, and I see your questions about how much in my neighborhood. If you're looking for a specific neighborhood total, then download our app. This app is the Snowcast app. It can actually tell you how much snow you're going to see directly in your neighborhood. I mean, right down to your front door. You can put in your address, and it'll tell you how much snow you're going to see in 48 hours. But let's talk about the totals that we're expecting here.
You know, this computer model run just came in, and the one trend that I have seen here is that shifting the higher snowfall totals a little bit further to the north. You notice down towards Bedford here, just around 1 inch. As you go up to the north, about 4.5 inches for Logansport, 3.4 for Tipton, and 4.3 in Muncie. So I think we're still all in the ballpark here of about 1 to 4 inches of total snow accumulation during the day on Sunday. It's just trending a little further to the north, and that's a trend that we'll have to watch here throughout the afternoon hours today and throughout the weekend. And that's the good thing. We still have over 36 hours before the snow starts to move in.
Yes, definitely. If you're just joining us, we're talking about how much snow that's possible on Sunday with our Sunday event. I saw you ask how much snow in Terre Haute. Well, Terre Haute, you're right on the edge there. I think you can easily see 1 to 2 inches from this system. And yes, the timing of this system has changed. I know you're asking questions about that. We're moving it a little bit earlier on Sunday. So if you're headed to church on Sunday, just know you're going to see scattered snow showers. But your Valentine's Day plans, well, that's going to be a little cold and a little snow.
Maybe a little bit of a cuddle alert here on the weekend. We'll have the cold and we'll have the snow. Brad Miller asked how many inches of snow. He's a snowplow driver. And the good thing, Brad, is the snow should be nice and easy to push because we are not going to experience that heavy snow. It's going to be a very light and fluffy snow. And again, here are your snowfall totals that we're expecting as we get towards Monday morning. Again, the bulk of this will fall throughout the course of the afternoon hours on Sunday, but anywhere from about 1 to 4 inches of snow, with the higher totals at this point being across the northern portion of the state.
Yeah, and I saw your comments about the groundhog. Don't touch that guy. that guy. But for us, we're expecting 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of snow. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot of snow, but when it's coming during your Sunday morning, and you're traveling out, maybe Sunday brunch, it's a bit messy for your weekend. Not something you want to have on your weekend, right?
Yeah, and if you're just joining us here, Ashley and I are talking about a couple things. The cold weather that'll be in place over the weekend, and more importantly, certainly the snow. It is a big weekend as it's Valentine's Day, and if you're just joining us here on Facebook Live, this is an open conversation between the two of us and you at home. Maybe you're sitting at home, maybe you're sitting at work and can't get to a TV for the noon show. So send your questions in. We're trying to get to as many as we can. But again, we're focusing on the snow here on Sunday.
Yeah, and if you're talking about how much snow, no, it's not a lot of snow. That's not what we're expecting. Honestly, sometimes, a few inches of snow, not bad at all, especially for temperatures, because we're going to remain warm up just a little bit. Now, Saturday, I do think that Saturday is a bigger story because the cold, it's hard to get used to cold, right? Temperatures on Saturday will start out at around 6 degrees in the morning. Yes, 6, and that's it. And then by Saturday afternoon, only a high of 15 degrees. So Saturday cold, and then Sunday snow. So kind of a 1-2 punch that you're getting there with the cold and snow.
And more questions coming in here, Ashley. Getting ready to panic and put my car in the garage. Well, you put your car in your garage and then you don't have to worry about brushing the snow off. When will spring weather arrive? We've had a few spring-like days here in February.
We've had a lot of spring-like days. Actually, if I could do a little weather research, give you a few numbers here. The coldest day we've experienced so far this season was about January 18th. We had a low temperature, a morning low of only 1, and a high temperature of about 13 degrees. See, we haven't experienced a lot of cold this season, so this is the cold, this is the winter weather that we've been expecting all season long.
Yeah, it certainly is. Some of you are excited about the snow. Paul Jordan says, let it snow, and he gave the 100% emoji for us. And then Daniel Herrera, he said, hashtag Jeep life. He likes the snow, so he can get out there with his four-wheel drive.
Yeah, and as far as our biggest snow this season, the largest snow we've seen so far, 1.9 inches. That's the most snow we had on January 20th. So no snow. We haven't had more than 1.9 inches, but I do think this system could bring us our largest snowfall.
So we should have clipped that, especially in spots to the north. That's where we're expecting the heaviest amount of snow as of right now. Tanya wants to know how much between Muncie and Newcastle. Well, you're looking probably at about a pretty big range, anywhere from about 2 to 4 inches, with the higher totals being further north as you get up towards the Muncie area. Will this be blowing and drifting? Yes, it'll be a very light and fluffy snow, so there will be some blowing and drifting. So if you're on the roadways, make sure that you know that as well. How many inches will Carmel get? Lisa wants to know. Carmel's probably in that 2 to 4 inch range as well. And so this is going to be a pretty uniform snow as it makes its way through the area.
Yeah, I think everyone in that 2 to 4 inch range. If you want to know exactly how much you want to get in your neighborhood, Snowcast app, download it today. It will tell you right to your front door how much snow you're getting. Now, if you're just joining us here on Facebook, welcome into Facebook Live. We're having a little chat about snow. Now, not a major snow event that's going to blow your socks off, but enough snow that's going to make for a messy Sunday for you.
It will impact you a little bit if you're going to be out and about on Sunday as well. And this afternoon we're expecting some snow as well. You can see up towards Chicago and Kankakee there's a band of snow that's just now starting to settle up. That's going to make its way through our area as we get into the afternoon hours here. And these are going to be some pretty intense little snow squalls coming through that could reduce the visibility really quickly and also put down a quick coating on the roadway. So if you're going to be traveling around this afternoon, just know that there's the potential for that to happen. And these snow showers are along the leading edge of some very, very cold air, Ashley. And if you have plans this Friday evening, just know temperatures are really, really going to start to fall as we go into the evening hours.
Yeah, and it's Valentine's Day weekend. I'm sure you have Valentine's Day plans. Maybe you have plans on Sunday. Well, I would change it. If I were you and I was going to have a Valentine's dinner, I would do it tonight. Actually, tonight's the best night because tomorrow night gets really cold. We're going to have temperatures dipping down to the single digits, and on Sunday, we're talking snow. So Friday night is the new Valentine's Day, celebrated tonight with temperatures that are not as cold, and of course we'll keep the snow away for the most part.
And Allison wants to know, what about Monday? And this is going to be mainly a Sunday event for us. So Allison, on Monday, yeah, a few snow showers certainly will be possible here across the area, but the bulk of this snow, as you see on TrueCast here, happens throughout the day on Sunday, with the heaviest probably in the early afternoon hours. I don't think we ever really get into some heavy snow. It's mainly going to be a long duration of light snow here across the area, and eventually it's going to start to add up, and we're going to probably get in against that 1 to 4 inch range, which is a little bit of a bigger range than I like to give you. But the track of this storm continues to change just a little bit, and the trend is for the higher totals to be across the northern portion of the area, with lesser amounts as you work your way towards Bedford and Seymour, and then eventually points to the south.
Yeah, and I just read a comment from Daryl. He wants to know, when will it start? Let's go back a graphic here so we can talk about when this event starts for you on Sunday. See, Sunday morning, we're just fine. It's not until about 9 a.m. that we see the scattered snow showers. So right when you're headed off to Sunday morning service or Sunday Sunday brunch, those scattered snow showers overspread the area, coming down at a pretty good clip. We'll start to add up our totals fairly quickly there, Daryl. So as this system slides out, I think by about noon, we'll see it lighten up, and then by about 7, 8 p.m., even lighter snow, but we're expecting on and off snow showers throughout the day. That's how we get those totals of about 2 to 3 inches, Daryl. So hopefully that answers your questions, and if you want to know exactly how much in your neighborhood, like I said, down to the front door, it will tell you on our Snowcast app if you want to download that today. I'm going to read more of your questions here.
And some of the people are asking, Ashley, why freak out about 1 to 4 inches? We're not freaking out about 1 to 4 inches here. This is just a conversation to let you know what we're expecting. Of course, it's the weekend. Many of you may have plans with Valentine's Day weekend. This is not meant to be a freak out session. This is just purposely here to inform you of what's going to happen here potentially throughout the day on Sunday, because 1 to 4 inches of snow will impact you throughout the course of the day, especially if you're trying to get around, maybe for church, as Ashley mentioned, or have plans on Sunday afternoon. So again, 1 to 4 inches is what we're expecting with the system on Sunday, combined with some very cold temperatures. And you can't forget about the cold temperatures. Sunday morning, some of us might even be below 0 here across the area.
Yeah, we're going to deal with some very cold air in place. Like I said, we've had a mild February so far. Over the last several days, I know it's been a little rough with winter weather, but here we go, once again, dealing with snow and cold. So basically, as you go forward over the next several days, today is a snow day. Tomorrow's a really cold day. Sunday, back to the snow day. And then Monday, I think we could see some snow showers as well.
We've seen this several times, and Ashley and I have talked about this, how this winter, it's been just a little bit of snow here, followed by a blast of cold air, and then a little more snow, and then a reinforcing shot of cold air. And this storm system is going to be a little bit different. This one's actually originating in the south, and it's going to start to bring in a little bit of warmer air. So once we get towards Monday, temperatures will actually finally get above freezing, and we won't get that blast of cold air coming in here following on Monday. So many of you have been asking about the forecast on Monday. We've seen your questions. There'll be some snow showers around, but we're not expecting big issues for the morning commute at this point.
Yeah, I was just actually reading a question from Kathleen asking about, is this just a Sunday event? Well, no. Actually, I think Sunday is where we see accumulation, but I think we could still see a few snow showers on Monday and even Tuesday, Kathleen. And as we get into Wednesday and Thursday, we're talking a possibility of a rain-snow mix. So there's moisture in the atmosphere here finally, and we're going to try to wring that out with snow showers or rain. Now, I know you probably don't want any more snow, but so far this season, we've only had about 6 inches. We should end a season, every season, with about 25 to 26 inches of snow. So 6 inches, 25, 26, we're not there yet. So we need some snow to make up those totals, and I think we'll do just a little bit this weekend. Not a major event, but some snow. If you're just joining us, we're having a conversation about the possibility of snow on Sunday and even the cold on Saturday, Todd.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about this weekend with the cold. Tomorrow only about 15 degrees for the high temperature. It's a dry day, so even though it's cold, tomorrow will probably be the easier day to get out and about and do things here across the area, simply because you won't have to contend with the snow. Sunday, it's a little bit warmer, especially in the afternoon hours with temperatures in the 20s, but you're going to have to contend with the snow. Some of you have been asking about Columbus. You're probably in that 1 to 2 inch range right now, and some of you have been asking, are these numbers firmed up yet? No, this is the latest model run that's come in, and we're pretty confident that it's going to be a pretty impactful storm system for us. But these bands, as far as the intensity and highest totals, could shift a little bit further north or south here as we continue to get new model runs in over the course of this afternoon, and then really throughout the entire day tomorrow as well.
Yeah. And Adam, I'm just reading your question. You said ice or just snow. Well, this mainly looks like a snow event, but you know what happens here? Usually we get a little snow, right? They put down the salt, it starts to melt a little bit, and then temperatures bottom out and it starts to freeze over. So as far as Monday morning, your commute, I'm not concerned about snow that's falling. I'm concerned about slick spots on the roadways as you travel into work because of that kind of refreezing from the salt that's on the ground. So Adam, no, not expecting any ice to come down, but yeah, definitely some slick spots possible on the roads.
And Krista wants to know how much snow in Hartford City. You'll be one of the higher snowfall totals, most likely, getting up in that 4, maybe even 5 inch range as you work your way into the northern portion of the state. Questions continue to come in about Monday. Monday, some snow showers, but the bulk of the accumulating snow at that point will have ended here across the area. Michelle wants to know how much snow in Terre Haute. You're probably in that 1 to 2 inch range here. And the timing of this is Sunday morning, rather, through Sunday evening. I think it basically starts to wrap up as we get into the evening hours on Sunday. So let me walk you through that once again. Here we are at 5:30 in the morning. The snow is just entering the western side of the state. Kind of a first wave coming through by 9 a.m. Then maybe a little bit of a lull, especially here in southern locations before more snow starts to come in throughout the afternoon. And this is probably when the snow is the most widespread across the area, during the afternoon and into the evening hours. And that's when we'll probably pick up the bulk of our accumulation here. And then it all really starts to taper off once again, actually, as we get towards the 7 o'clock hour.
Yeah, if you're just joining us here on Facebook Live, we're just having a little conversation about the weekend weather. There's a lot to talk about. I mean, we have bitter or cold air settling in on Saturday and then snow showers on Sunday. No, it's not a lot of snow, but it's enough to make for a messy morning commute to Sunday morning service, a messy brunch, and Valentine's Day. I mean, who needs snow on Valentine's Day?
You have to have plans on Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
Some of you might just want to stay inside with the cold temperatures and the snow that will be moving in.
Yeah, as far as how much snow we're going to see, the most snow we've seen so far this season is about 1.9 inches on January 20th. So that's our highest snowfall total. I think this will bust that up. Temperatures will remain pretty chilly and 2.1 inches possible from this event on Sunday. So it is an earlier event than expected. Moving in Sunday morning, lasting throughout the day, dropping 2.1 for Indy, Tipton at about 3.4, and Seymour at about 1.1. You notice something here? Higher totals to the north, lower totals to the south. So yes, definitely getting in on accumulating snow more than we've seen. But of course, it's not a big snow buster. We're not pulling out the sled just yet. I saw your questions about a sled. Not ready for it just yet, but it's possible. It's still just February.
Well, that's what it is. Some people like to have fun in the snow. Some of you depend on snow to make a little extra money with your plow businesses. Some of you just hate the snow altogether. I personally like it when it snows a little bit. I like to walk out in the snow. And this will be a good snow for us. It's not too much. It's not too little. I think it makes everybody a little happy. It's not going to cripple the city here by any means. And the DPW always does a good job, and INDOT as well, and some of your local communities all across the area. And this is going to be a snow that, one, occurs on the weekend, so there will not be as many cars out on the roadways. And also, two, it's going to just be kind of a light snow for a fairly long duration of time. So the plows will be able to be out there. The salt will work effectively as well. So this is not a storm system that's going to cripple the city. If you're banking on no school on Monday or you're having no work on Monday, I would not count on that. That's not going to be this kind of storm system.
Yeah, I was reading comments and questions there. Christy says, I hate the snow, boo. Well, we hate the snow too, but it's coming. Scattered snow showers, 2.1 for Indy, about 1 to our south. You can see the higher totals to the north. This moves in Sunday morning, lasts throughout the day. And this is Indiana, right? We're Hoosiers. We're used to the snow. But I think the bigger story here is Saturday's cold. I mean, Saturday is so cold. I mean, the morning hours, temperatures at 6, sub-zero wind chills, and by afternoon, a high temperature, the warmest time of the day on Saturday, 15 degrees. We should be at 39 at this point. So Saturday cold and Sunday snow.
Yep. All right. So let's kind of recap here. Some of you just joining us, and we're getting a lot of the same questions. When will it start? How much snow can we expect? What's exactly going to happen? This is mainly a Sunday event. So if you have plans this weekend, yes, there could be a few snow showers this evening coming through, and it's certainly going to be very cold. Saturday's a dry day for us. No snow at all whatsoever, but the temperature only climbs about 15 degrees on Saturday. Sunday, actually, the snow will start during the morning hours, so it's even going to impact everybody heading off to church here in the morning.
Yeah, and Carl just asked the question, what's the most snow possible in Indy? Well, we give a range of about 2 to 4 there, Carl, because I think 4 is kind of the maximum that we'll see here with this system. Now, the timing in the track is key. When we're talking snowfall, the track can constantly change. See, we're watching a system that sits off to the west that develops and slides into our area. Now, as it develops, yes, things could change, but right now, the peak here, the maximum amount possible for the Indianapolis area, I think about 4, minimum 1. So 1 to 4 is the range, but I think we're right around that 2 to 3 inch range just to be safe there. We're going to average that number out, and I think we easily could see a couple inches.
Yeah, and Danny, she says she's traveling to Fort Wayne on Sunday. Danny, as you head to the north, you're certainly going to start to get into some of the higher snowfall totals as you get into northern Indiana. You're probably looking at about 4 to 5 inches as you make your way into the Fort Wayne area. If you're living in southern locations, or you're traveling down into southern locations, you could see an inch or 2. I had plans on Sunday maybe to go skiing down at Perfect North and the snow moving in. I'm not canceling those plans. It'll be great skiing weather, and certainly as you go south, the road crews should easily be able to contend with 1 to even 2 inches of snow on the roadway. So this is not going to be a crippling storm system for you, and that's not why we're here. We're not here to tell you to run out and clear the stores of bread and milk. This is just simply letting you know what's going to happen and how it's going to impact you just a little bit on Sunday.
Yeah, Erica, I saw your question. You want to know how much snow you're getting in Greenwood. Well, I think about 2 inches is a safe bet for Greenwood. But, Erica, get this. We have this app called Snowcast. If you download it, it will tell you how much snow you're going to see in your neighborhood. I mean, right to your front door. I have it, the app, and it tells you how much you're going to see in 48 hours right where you are. So I'm guessing around 2 inches is a good bet for you there in Greenwood because you're so close to Indy, but a little further south. So we're going to cut you off at 2 inches there, and that's possible on Sunday. But the track and timing could change with this system, so you want to stay updated. You can follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. We'll give you updates. The RTV6 Facebook, where you are right now, will give you updates as well. So be safe, Erica. I think you're just fine, but just a minor mess expected with this system.
A lot of questions, Ashley, about Fort Wayne. You're probably in that 4 to 5 inch range as you make your way up into the Fort Wayne area. Let's see. No, we're not freaking out over 3 inches of snow. We're just here to let you know that what is possible as we get into the day on Sunday. So let's kind of recap things. I'll go back in the graphics here and we'll kind of recap this weekend forecast for you. Saturday, it is dry, 15 degrees with a low temperature around 6 in the morning. Sunday's the day here that we're going to contend with the snow after a very cold morning low of around 1 degrees with some people even below 0 on Sunday. We'll warm up to about 23. But the issue on Sunday is going to be the snow. So as we kind of wrap up this Facebook Live chat session here, Ashley, let's kind of just lay out the timeline for everybody on Sunday, let them know what to expect, and then also we'll finally talk about the snowfall totals for one last time.
Yeah, let's go day by day, actually. So, Carolyn, I just saw your question. Will there be wind? Today we have wind. Wind will gust at around 20 to 25 miles per hour. As you go throughout the night, those temperatures drop and we talk more about a wind chill. Saturday is just a very cold day. We start out single-digit temperatures, sub-zero wind chills. We only warm to about 15 degrees. Now, Sunday is the day where we see the messiest weather.
And the snow will come in during the morning hours, and once it starts snowing in your neighborhood, it's really going to be with us off and on throughout most of the day. There may be a little bit of a lull here as we get into the noon hour, especially in southern locations. But then as we get to the afternoon hours, this is 3 o'clock, the snow's going to pick up back in intensity, and then it's really going to start to wind down as we get into the 7, 8 o'clock hour at night. And that's good news for your Monday morning commute. Yes, there could be some snow showers around, but the accumulating snow should be over at that point.
Yes, so Monday, just some scattered snow showers, very cold temperatures. We're settling into this winter pattern. As far as how much snow you're going to see, we see more snow to the north, less to the south. So Logansport at 4 inches of snow. Indianapolis right around 2 to 3 inches of snow up there. If you're south of Indianapolis, Bloomington, and to Seymour, about 1 to 2 inches of snow. And will the timing and track change? There's a possibility. That's why you want to keep a close eye right here to RTV6, and we'll continue to update you whenever there's changes.
Yep, and this is the latest computer model track, and of course Kevin Gregory and Kyle Mounts, they'll be in later on this afternoon and evening. They'll get new computer model updates, and of course they'll let you know, and Ashley and I will continue to do so as well. You can find us on our Facebook page. I'm Todd Clausen, RTV6.
I'm Ashley Brown, RTV6.
Imagine that. Nice and easy for you. You
Yes.
can follow us there as well. I want to thank you for joining us here on this Facebook chat. We hope you have a great Friday, and again, be safe here over the course of the weekend.